are fully with your emotions and your heart and your mind and your body and everything, like you really do take the time to like listen to people and they really like that. They really feel heard and seen by you. I also feel like people recognize that you have a unique perspective on the world. You have a unique way of thinking and looking at things. It's very higher level and perhaps even like spiritual. It's more connected to like a spiritual perspective, like a different worldview, that not everybody has, or like the majority of the population. So I feel like they pick up on this almost immediately that you're different. You're not like everybody else. And this is a major arcana. So I feel like you have a big presence. You have a strong presence. You make a strong impression on people. And, you may or may not be aware of this, or you may or may not realize that people are thinking this way of you or that you are leaving such a strong impression, but you are. And they really, yeah, I feel like people are drawn to you because of this, the things that you have to say, when they have a conversation with you, the solutions that you offer, the insights that you offer, or the guidance that you provide. I don't know, you could be like some sort of a teacher too, but just even normal conversations aren't normal when they're talking to you. Like there is no, I feel like you don't do small talk that, you're not really into small talk. You like having deeper, more serious, not even serious conversations, just meaningful conversations, more deeper, like something that has depth and substance, something that's going to make you think. And I feel like you do allow people to look at things in a new way. You have this like different way of looking at things. And that's something that so people love your mind and the way it works and the way that you think and just how present you're able to be with them. And you do have this energy of like just being. So you don't have this like quick moving, like anxious energy or like worrisome or angry or anything like that. I feel like when people are around you, they naturally sense your calm vibes, your gracefulness, your gentleness, your kindness, and just like you're surrendered, you're just being, you're present, you're there in the moment. So I'm feeling like when people pick up about you and what they like about you, like right off the bat, is this sense of grace to you. You have a sense of gentleness and just this ability to be so flexible and adaptable. And I think like physically people are really attracted to your body as well. I feel like you have a tight body or a fit body. Maybe you're a dancer or like you do yoga or some sort of activity that requires you to be very flexible. Those strings that they have that you hang upside down, like literally this thing, I don't know what it's called. Maybe you do that. Or something like acrobatic. And so I feel like you just the way that you walk, the way that you move your body is just very graceful and in flow and it's not like rigid and stiff. It's very flowy. And you're just very chill. Like I feel like people really like your energy, that you're just very like you go with the flow, you're kind of like very surrendered, no drama. They sense like a more spiritual nature to you as well. Um, I feel like you're very like calm, your energy's calm and you're very present. When people talk to you, you really truly listen. You look at them when they talk. You're there fully with your emotions and your heart and your mind and your body and everything, like you really do take the time to like listen to people and they really like that. They really feel heard and seen by you. I also feel like people recognize that you have a unique perspective on the world. You have a unique way of thinking and looking at things. It's very higher level and perhaps even like spiritual. It's more connected to like a spiritual perspective, like a different worldview, that not everybody has, or like the majority of the population. So I feel like they pick up on this almost immediately that you're different. You're not like everybody else. And this is a major arcana. So I feel like you have a big presence. You have a strong presence. You make a strong impression on people. And, you may or may not be aware of this, or you may or may not realize that people are thinking this way of you or that you are leaving such a strong impression, but you are. And they really, yeah, I feel like people are drawn to you because of this, the things that you have to say, when they have a conversation with you, the solutions that you offer, the insights that you offer, or the guidance that you provide. I don't know, you could be like some sort of a teacher too, but just even normal conversations aren't normal when they're talking to you. Like there is no, I feel like you don't do small talk that, you're not really into small talk. You like having deeper, more serious, not even serious conversations, just meaningful conversations, more deeper, like something that has depth and substance, something that's going to make you think. And I feel like you do allow people to look at things in a new way. You have this like different way of looking at things. And that's something that they really, so people love your mind and the way it works and the way that you think and just how present you're able to be with them. And you do have this energy of like just being. So you don't have this like quick moving, like anxious energy or like worrisome or angry or anything like that. I feel like when people are around you, they naturally sense your calm vibes, your gracefulness, your gentleness, your kindness, and just like you're surrendered, you're just being, you're present, you're there in the moment. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you do things, you're there 100% with those activities, and you give off this very peaceful vibe. And this is an actual thing. Like, I have met people who do this, and they'll just like whatever they do, and they don't even know they're doing it. Okay, they don't even know that they are doing it. They're just being themselves, right? Just doing their thing. But the way that they do it, it's so gentle and so calm. And the way that they talk, it's like a little bit slower, and it's more, there's pauses in between their words. And it's just, you sense that presence. And it's like they're them being so present, and like the way that they do things, that energy makes you feel so present as well. And it's almost like this person brings you home, to back to your soul, back to your true self. It's hard to explain, but I definitely pick up on this vibe with people, certain people. I don't think that I necessarily have it. I'm like really quick moving, and like I'm a Gemini, so I just like talk fast and stuff. But there are people who are just more calm and just better than. So I don't know. I feel like that's like the energy that you give off, and that's how you make people feel. Like if I met you, I would probably get that peaceful energy from you, and all I would want to do is just hang out around you. I wouldn't get much done because it's so peaceful, that energy, that I just want to like just be in it. You kind of get that vibe at the library when you go to the library and everybody's just kind of studying and doing their thing and it's quiet, and someone's walking around the aisle looking at the books and they're just really, really like reading and taking it in. That energy, that calmness, that's the energy I'm getting from you. So that's the energy that you give off, which is awesome, beautiful, peaceful. Yes. So the energy that you give off to people. So with this, like you have a special bond with animals. I'm feeling like yeah, you have this like connection. You have this connection with your higher self, with the divine, with this more deeper truth. And in that truth, you have discovered that all beings are equal, that humans are not higher or above animals. We're not above nature. We are one with everything. We are one with nature. Animals deserve to be on this earth just as much as we do. We don't own them. They're not object. And I feel like you have a special bond with animals because you recognize this connectedness that we all share, that we all have this consciousness within us, right? And it's in a different form. Some are animals, some are plants, some are human, and then everything in between. So I feel like you animals really are also attracted to your energy, not just humans, but animals are also attracted to energy because they sense that you just, it's like you see them as a being, and you just are, like you just are with them. Like when you're around animals, you have again this presence, this peaceful energy, and animals love that about you. So you might actually, really get along with animals, or animals are really attracted to you. You might have a cat. You're also very intuitive and very perceptive and aware and like self-aware, very independent and strong within yourself. and very like meditative too. So I feel like people really like that energy about you. And I think people really like how caring you are just towards animals. You know, you could be like, um, you could really be into like animal activism or so. I'm feeling like what people pick up about you and what they like about you like right off the bat is this sense of grace to you. You have a sense of gentleness and just this ability to be so flexible and adaptable. And I think like physically people are really attracted to your body as well. I feel like you have a tight body or a fit body. Maybe you're a dancer or like you do yoga or some sort of activity that requires you to be very flexible. You know those strings that they have that you hang upside down, like literally this thing, I don't know what it's called. Maybe you do that. Um, or something like acrobatic. And so I feel like you just the way that you walk, the way that you move your body is just very graceful and in flow and it's not like rigid and stiff. It's very flowy. And you're just very chill. Like I feel like people really like your energy, that you're just very like you go with the flow, you're kind of like very surrendered, no drama. They sense like a more spiritual nature to you as well. Um, I feel like you're very like calm, your energy's calm and you're very present. When people talk to you, you really truly listen, you look at them when they talk, you're there fully with your emotions and your heart and your mind and your body and everything, like you really do take the time to like listen to people and they really like that. They really feel heard and seen by you. I also feel like people recognize that you have a unique perspective on the world. You have a unique way of thinking and looking at things. It's very higher level and perhaps even like spiritual. It's more connected to like a spiritual perspective, like a different worldview, that not everybody has, or like the majority of the population. So I feel like they pick up on this almost immediately that you're different. You're not like everybody else. And this is a major arcana. So I feel like you have a big presence. You have a strong presence. You make a strong impression on people. And, you may or may not be aware of this, or you may or may not realize that people are thinking this way of you or that you are leaving such a strong impression, but you are. And they really, yeah, I feel like people are drawn to you because of this, the things that you have to say, when they have a conversation with you, the solutions that you offer, the insights that you offer, or the guidance that you provide. I don't know, you could be like some sort of a teacher too, but just even normal conversations aren't normal when they're talking to you. Like there is no, I feel like you don't do small talk that, you're not really into small talk. You like having deeper, more serious, not even serious conversations, just meaningful conversations, more deeper, like something that has depth and substance, something that's going to make you think. And I feel like you do allow people to look at things in a new way. You have this like different way of looking at things. And that's something that so people love your mind and the way it works and the way that you think and just how present you're able to be with them. And you do have this energy of like just being. So you don't have this like quick moving, like anxious energy or like worrisome or angry or anything like that. I feel like when people are around you they naturally sense your calm vibes, your gracefulness, your gentleness, your kindness, and just like you're surrendered, you're just being, you're present, you're there in the moment. The way you talk, the way you walk, the way you do things, you're there 100% with those activities, and you give off this very peaceful vibe. And this is an actual thing. Like, I have met people who do this and they'll just like whatever they do, and they don't even know they're doing it. Okay. They don't even know that they are doing it. They're just being themselves, right? Just doing their thing. But the way that they do it, it's so gentle and so calm. And the way that they talk, it's like a little bit slower and it's more, there's pauses in between their words. And it's just, you sense that presence, and it's like they're them being so present and like the way that they do things, the energy. makes you feel so present as well. And it's almost like this person brings you home, to back to your soul, back to your true self. It's hard to explain, but I definitely pick up on this vibe with people, certain people. I don't think that I necessarily have it. I'm like really quick moving and like I'm a Gemini, so I just like talk fast and stuff. But there are people who are just more calm and just better than. So I don't know. I feel like that's like the energy that you give off, and that's how you make people feel. Like if I met you, I would probably get that peaceful energy from you, and all I would want to do is just hang out around you. I wouldn't get much done because it's so peaceful that energy that I just want to like just be in it. You kind of get that vibe at the library when you go to the library and everybody's just kind of studying and doing their thing and it's quiet, and someone's walking around the aisle looking at the books and they're just really, really like reading and taking it in. That energy, that calmness, that's the energy I'm getting from you. So that's the energy that you give off, which is awesome, beautiful, peaceful. Yes. So the energy that you give off to people. So with this, like you have a special bond with animals. I'm feeling like yeah, you have this like connection. You have this connection with your higher self, with the divine, with this more deeper truth. And in that truth, you have discovered that all beings are equal, that humans are not higher or above animals. We're not above nature. We are one with everything. We are one with nature. Animals deserve to be on this earth just as much as we do. We don't own them. They're not object. And I feel like you have a special bond with animals because you recognize this connectedness that we all share, that we all have this consciousness within us, right? And it's in a different form. Some are animals, some are plants, some are human, and then everything in between. So I feel like you animals really are also attracted to your energy, not just humans, but animals are also attracted to energy because they sense that you just it's like you see them as a being and you just are like you just are with them. Like when you're around animals, you have again this presence, this peaceful energy, and animals love that about you. So you might actually, really get along with animals, or animals are really attracted to you. You might have a cat. You're also very intuitive and very perceptive and aware and like self-aware, very independent and strong within yourself, and very like meditative too. So I feel like people really like that energy about you. And I think people really like how caring you are just towards animals. You could be like um you could really be into like animal activism, or you could be vegan or vegetarian, or maybe work like as a vet or something like that, but you just really love animals. And if you don't have any animals and you're not like a big animal person, I feel like you still see animals and respect animals and see them as special and sacred, and not like below humans. So you have like a special connection, which just talks about your personality, and how connected you are to life. It's like you have this unity consciousness. And then we have man holding a heart and soulmate. So, okay, I feel like people are really attracted to you, like romantically, like whatever gender you're interested in, like that gender is just really, really, like, I feel like people develop strong feelings for you, like quite easily. And I feel like because you sort of like awaken something in them that they have forgotten, through your own like connection with your own self, and this divine source that you are, like you're so connected. And I feel like when you talk to people, like you are very present and you do make people feel seen and heard. And even just your presence and like the stillness that you bring forth, it's like that's what we all are, right? We're all awareness, we're consciousness, we're stillness, but you really embody that. And I feel like when you meet people and you talk to people, they feel that as well because you like reflect that onto them. And then they feel that within themselves. And so they attribute it to like, oh my God, I have feelings for this person. I love this person. But it's really like they're just noticing how much they love themselves. They're noticing like their own connection with their divine selves, but they're like assuming that it's you, but it's really you're awakening a part that also exists within them. Like it's hard to explain this, but I think you kind of know what I'm saying. So, okay, so I feel like people look at you as a very soulful person and they really like um how deep you are, you know, you're a little bit more intense, more emotional, more in tune with your like higher self, your intuition, and they I feel like people have really deep connections with you and maybe a lot of soulmate connections, or at least they feel like maybe you're their soulmate. Um because of this ability to connect with people on that level, people might fall in love with you very easily and assume that you're their soulmate when really you're not. Maybe you are, but maybe, you know. So, but in either case, like, even if it's not romantic, I'm just getting that people really find you as a really like deep friend or partner, like somebody that they feel very connected to you on a soul level. Um, it's real. It's real. Like being in your life and being your friend, it's not like a fake relationship. It's very real for people. It's different. It's different. There's something different about you because the way that you look at the world, the way you function, it's different. And people are so intrigued by that and they're really drawn to it. And even romantically. So be careful with that, which I'm sure you're already aware of this. Okay, so let's get into what people admire about you. Or sorry, not. We're doing what about your personality makes you so attractive? Okay, I know this is a little like weird, but I feel like physically would people attract like I feel like people really like your hands. Um just because we have like all this hand action here. And then this literally for what makes you physically attractive to people, like this guy's like there's strong focus on his hands here. Um and then we have like her hands. I don't know. So and then the hand here. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but like I feel like there's something to do with your hands that makes you really, really attractive. And maybe you do work with your hands. Um, and also with like the hanged woman, you know, you could do some sort of physical activity here using your hands like even like a massage therapist or something like that where you could be really good with your hands. You have really pretty hands, you have maybe really pretty fingers. I know that's all you know, up to your own interpretation of what pretty is. Some people like long fingers, some people like short fingers, like I don't know, but you just have nice hands. Okay, so your personality. So what people like about your personality the most is I feel like you are like as I feel like there's something about transformation. There's something about this ability for you to like walk away from conflict and things that don't serve you and to move towards more calmer waters. It's like your peaceful mind because we have the tower and the six of swords that showed up for like what people like about your personality the most. This is your strength as far as your personality. And the tower is just very fiery. Like this is Mars energy and that's Aries. And I feel like you have this ability to make things happen. So like when you want something, you're the type of person who like goes and gets it. But it's like the way that you do it, I'm getting like it's not aggressive, it's not angry. And maybe in the past it was, maybe you had that like tendency to be like aggressive, I guess, or just like very pushy or controlling even. Um but I feel like now you do it with grace, but like you still have that in you to where like if there's something that you want, like you definitely aren't afraid to like do it. You know, you have like a new idea, a spark of inspiration, something like that. Like you take action and do it. And you do you like you're not afraid of change, you're not afraid of transformation. And I feel like people really notice that in you. This is all about change. So the tower is like a big sudden unexpected change, and the six of swords is about moving away. So it's about movement, right? Traveling, moving away from drama, from conflict, from chaos and moving towards more peace, more calm. Literally, like you have moved towards like the hanged woman. That's your energy. So I feel like you're very mutable and adaptable and flexible and you deal with change really, really well. You could be a Pisces, right? I mean, the hanged I'm not sure. Is this Pisces or Aquarius? I always mix that up. But anyway, I'm getting like you could be a mutable sign, could be a Pisces, Virgo, Gemini, or Sagittarius, because those are very flexible signs. And so yeah, you have this ability to go with the flow and to deal with change and sudden unexpected change very gracefully and in a very mature manner, I guess. And And when you recognize that something's dysfunctional in your life, like you take action towards solving that problem, towards solving, towards creating more peace in your life. So that's like your personality that people really like love about you. Um, with what people like actually physically find attractive about you. So we have the Ace of Wands that came out for that, and then we also have the Seven of Cups. So this is where I was getting that hand action here. But okay, so what people find physically about beautiful about you, or handsome, is I think you have a really like your face. um, Again, she has her eyes closed, just very calm, very content, very peaceful. So I think you have a beautiful face. And again, that's objective as well. Like what's beautiful, beauty is different for all of us. But I feel like there's beauty to your face because of the soulfulness that you have. It's like there's soul, there's like fire. It's like your energy that you have within you, it shows through your face. So I feel like you might have like a really beautiful complexion, just really nice color, like on your skin, on your face. Maybe you don't even have to wear a lot of makeup if you're a woman. You don't have to wear a lot of makeup to be beautiful because you have like very natural beauty. I feel like you're naturally beautiful. People like your, yeah, just like your natural beauty. You might have darker skin and that people really like that about you, or you might be just really tan. Um, and yeah, like not a lot of makeup. And maybe you do something crazy with your hair that's really unique and people really like that. Like maybe you wear like like accessories, like headbands or something, or like a wig or hats, something interesting with your hair. You might just have like really cool hair or like curly hair or wavy or yeah, like you might have like really long hair and it's just like really interesting and different. Just like flowy. Yeah, again with like something in your head. Maybe you do like wear like these buns. You have maybe like a different color hair, like pink hair, or colorful hair, purple hair, blue hair, I don't know. Something with your hair that people like. And even if it's not all like colorful or whatever, it's just your hair. People are attracted to your hair and your face, and it's just really pretty and magnetic and beautiful and handsome. And there's just something about your skin, it just looks very healthy and vibrant. And then also, and again with the hat and the hair, so there's something with that. But and then your hands, there's something with your like hands, fingers, maybe even the way you move your fingers is really attractive to people. It's not just like physically like the way it looks, it's like the way that you do things with the other way you talk with your hands, like I talk in the hand. But like the way, when you point to things, like this guy, just like there's a strong emphasis on his hands, like the way he's pointing to that bowl, the way his hand is in his mouth. Maybe you're very sensual with your hands. It's just like you're very touchy feely. and people like to watch your hands and the things you do with your hands, and it really like they find it really attractive. Like wherever your hands go, like maybe you're like you self-soothe a lot, or you like rub yourself a lot, or um I don't know, just the way that your hands operate is really attractive to people. Okay, moving on to what people admire about you the most. I'm telling you, people admire your ability to be so calm in the face of adversity, obstacles, challenges, conflict, hatred, like just in the face of drama. You are still able to remain so calm and collected and so present and still that people are like, whoa, like how does this person do this? She's just meditating. She has this little bubble around her, like she's completely protected, and then she's got all these wands like going towards her, but she's unfazed by it. Like it's not affecting her. And I feel like this could be judgments of other people or people hating on you, or literally just like tower moments, like big life changes that happen that normally would turn a person's world upside down. And it does turn you upside down, but you don't it's not like you're turned upside down in a victim type of way where like, oh my God, okay, like now what do? I give up and die. But you get turned upside down like, how can I problem solve? How can I fix this situation? How can I look at this from a different? Cool. So I fell out of this tower, and now I'm in a totally different situation than I was before this happened. Okay, well, let me think critically. Let me tune in to my higher self and, try to look at this situation from a higher perspective. Let me surrender. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Like you have this like way of looking at things in a positive way, or in like you have a growth mindset to where like, okay, how can I change? It is what it is. I am where I am. How can I get out of this? Let me go within and meditate and see what solutions I can come up with. So this is what people admire about you, because a lot of people can't do this, and they do get sucked into these sort of tower moments where things aren't really going their way and everything is turned upside down. They're not so graceful in staying upside down and trying to gain clarity and awareness and use this as an opportunity to awaken. A lot of people get sucked into the rock bottom and they stay there, or they're not able to assess like, well, why am I here? They can't look at it from a spiritual perspective. But you are so graceful in dealing with these life challenges, that you almost like choose to stay upside down for a while. You're like, you know what? Okay, so I fell out of the tower, life happened. Let me stay here for a second, because I'm sure there's something that I need to learn from this situation and that I can learn from this. And this is what makes you so freaking like high level. This is what people pick up on you. Like your energy is like, oh man, this person, like they know something I don't know. And so they're so intrigued by that. And so the Seven of Wands, and then we also have the Two of Cups for what people admire about you. So I'm telling you, you have this really this ability to look at everybody as your equal. So I feel like when you meet people, you are able to make people feel like accepted and part of the group. And even if they're different from you, because we have the and again with the hands, we have the two different colored hands. One's light, one's dark. They're different, but you have this way of making it seem the same, like making it seem like we are one. Like, no matter how different we are, love unites us, and that doesn't have to be romantic love. It can just be the love of the soul, like that soul kind of love, where like um we each have our differences, but at the end of the day, we're really the same. And you really do create that space for people to be able to be themselves, to be vulnerable, to be free, to be open, because you don't judge. It's just a very equal type. Like you see people for who they are, you accept people for who they are, you don't judge people. Like you're just a very, like, this is like Sham healer energy. So if you're not like, some sort of a healer or counselor, or you don't work one-on-one with people to try to solve their problems, or even just a teacher to like teach people how to be like this, like you should do that, because I feel like this is a really special gift that you have. um yeah, so overall, you're amazing. That is the overall message. Um, so, yes, I think that I'm going to end the reading there. I really hope that that resonated, group one, and that gave you some insight into what makes you so attractive and what people love about you. And if you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I wish you lots of happiness, sending you so much love. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, group two. Welcome to your reading. So, if you chose this amethyst cluster, this is going to be your reading about what makes you so attractive and what people love about you the most. So we have our first hero card, and then we have some oracle cards here. And this is basically just going to give me an overall energy of you, of like what makes you so, what energy you give off that people really love. And then we'll get into specifics about what specifically about your personality people like, physically, what is attractive about you, and then what people admire about you. So basically, the whole reading is just about how great you are and what people love about you. So, our first hero card is the Six of Cups. So this is like the overall energy, and then we'll get into your oracles, but this is the overall energy that you give off that people really love about you. So I feel like you give people a feeling of nostalgia. So maybe you remind people of their childhood or innocence or like having fun, like maybe you help people get in touch with their more useful nature. So you yourself could be a very useful person, have childlike tendencies, and that's a very positive thing. And so maybe you're like more free to do random things that children do. You're just more uninhibited like that. You're just spontaneous, adventurous. You laugh at random things. You are funny. You're lighthearted. You're a loving person. You just have that really warm energy about you that really just helps people get in touch with their childlike nature and innocence and their purity. It's like this pure energy that you have. And so, yeah, I feel like you make people feel really good. And there's just like this sense of joy about you and like free spiritedness and innocence, youthfulness. So you might look really young, or your energy just might be really young and like youthful, right? So just the way that you move your body, the way that you talk, the way that you live your life is very useful. Like you're not like an old, grumpy, rigid person, basically, no matter what your age is. Like, you're just like, yep, I'm forever young. Like that's your energy is just very fun, and people love that about you. You're very spontaneous, I feel like, and people love that about you. Very playful, fun, free, expressive, youthful, warm. You have like a very warm and loving energy to you. And the connections that you make with people are very innocent and just very uh comforting. So people feel really comfortable being around you. Like I said, you really remind them of like just coziness, like cozy vibes. Like being with you is like really cozy. And so like people like your home might be really cozy too and really warm and inviting. People like to hang out at your house. I feel like you like harmony and peace and love and family, and like relationships are important to you. I feel like you're also very wise though. So as youthful and childlike that you are doesn't mean that you're not wise. I feel like you are very you could be a spiritual person or just very connected to your emotions and your like deeper side, your intuition, like your higher self. You might be a very empathic person or empathetic person, very compassionate. You really listen to people when they talk. Similar-ish to like Pile One, they kind of had that too. But I feel like you could be just like very spiritually gifted and connected to like your spiritual gifts, and maybe even like receive messages from the divine, or you see a lot of synchronicity. So you're just connected on that like more emotional, sensitive, like intuitive level, psychic level even. And I feel like you are a sensitive person, which makes you a really great friend and a really great partner, because like you would never like hurt somebody, because you yourself are very sensitive. And I do feel like you have wisdom, like you have because the Six of Cups is about like soulmates, like soulmate energy, and it's about like past life connections. So I do feel like you've lived many lives already. You've had many past lives. So I feel like you are an older soul. And so you have gained a lot of wisdom through your lifetimes. And and I feel like that's perhaps why you're able to be so free and uninhibited and just authentic, like free to be who you are without any restrictions and limitations, because you are so wise. You know, it's almost counterintuitive. It's like, oh, well, if people assume, like, oh, I'm so wise, I know so much, so I'm going to be a serious person. But really, it's like, because you're so wise and you're so like intuitive and like connected to your authenticity, is because you're able it is that's the reason why you're able to let go of all of those expectations of what it means to be an adult in this society. And you're like, screw that, like that's not freedom, that's living in a cage. So you're like, so it's like, maybe people don't think necessarily that you're the wisest person when they meet you. Not that you're not wise, but like, maybe they don't think, like, they don't pick up on your depth right away, because they pick up on your usefulness. And then they get to know you and they're like, whoa, this person has so much to teach me. With like the Six of Cups, it's like teacher student kind of energy too. It's like you have so much wisdom to impart on the world and on to, like, other people, that it's like you throw them off. It's like people meet you and they're like, okay, this person's really fun and I feel really good around them. They're so warm. I love their energy. And then they actually like hang out with you long enough and they're like, whoa, and this person's got so much wisdom and just they're so intuitive and this depth, this emotional depth. So yeah, I feel like you kind of surprise people. Um, but in either case, people love to be around in your energy. It's just very vibrant. Okay, so for your oracle cards, we have Maya. Schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Um, and then, okay, so we have man holding a coin. Oh, that. So we have man holding a heart in group one, and then we have man holding a coin in group two. And then we have expansion. So this is, I see a lot of blue here. This is literally the throat chakra, because these are chakra cards. So the blue represents the fifth chakra. So I feel like people really like the way that you talk. And like I was saying, I feel like you are very educated. And if you're not educated, like formally, I feel like you're very smart. And like I said, you're wise. Like you have a lot of information to say. Um, you like to talk a lot, and people like the way that you talk. People like the way that you think. People, I feel like you are able to expand people's minds and perspectives when you do talk, and share your knowledge and share the information that you have learned, share your experiences. Um, so yeah, I feel like you're just a very intelligent person. And also very like goal oriented and very confident in yourself. And I feel like you really know your worth, like you know your value, and you don't settle. And so people really respect that about you. But it's like you're so youthful. So it's like I'm kind of getting that it throws people off. Like they kind of meet you and they see you as like, this innocent, pure energy. Not that to be this energy you can be pure, but like they see you as this like innocent, maybe even naive a little bit, um, like maybe even inexperienced, kind of like anything that a child would come off as. Like that's, this kind of vibe that you give off. But it's really like once they start to get to know you, it's like, whoa, this person is really, really um stable and secure in themselves. This person knows their worth, knows what they want. They're very successful. They're very practical as well as spiritual. And they're also very intelligent. So this person's like the whole package. So I feel like you kind of surprise people and throw people off. They're like, whoa, there's so much more to this person than like first impressions. And I feel like you do have this very expansive mind. You have this very open energy. People love your open energy and people love the conversations that they have with you once you do open up to them. I'm telling you, like you open their mind to new ways of thinking. And I feel like they really enjoy the way you talk. Maybe even they like your voice or the words you use or the way that you express yourself. It's just, yeah. So let's get into your personality. So what about your personality do people love? Would group two best, strongest personality trait that people are really drawn to. Okay, so for what people love about your personality the most, we have judgment and the five of wands. I feel like you're a very playful person and you're a very fiery person, but you're also very like spiritual and self-aware, and you're able, it's like you're very perceptive and you're very aware of yourself. And it's almost like you're able to come out of your body and rise above your body and sort of be aware of yourself as like your higher self, being aware of your human self and sort of observe that person. So you're very, very self aware and you know yourself very well. You have a lot of self knowledge. Um, you're very, like I said, you're very secure in yourself. And I feel like you have really, you don't have like too, like you don't have a lot of bad habits. I feel like you've definitely like connected with your true authentic self and have dropped a lot of patterns and like mindsets and habits and things like that that really aren't serving you. And it's almost like you had a transformation to where now you live really true to yourself. Now, you might have been naturally born like that with the Six of Cups. Like, this is maybe how you came into this life already being so authentic and free to be yourself. Or perhaps in this lifetime, you went through something to where you shed that false layer, you shed that inauthentic way of yourself and you know, you discovered who you truly are and now you're living true to that. And like people just sense your um how solid you are in yourself and how authentic you are. But also judgment, I feel like you don't judge people. Like people love that you, and also like the judgment, it's like you're really discerning, you're really intuitive, and you kind of like it like you kind of know you're able to perceive what's happening in situations really really easily because you're, I feel like you are very intuitive, and so you're able to make a quick judgment call like this is bad, this is not good for me, you know, let's abort mission. Like you're just really in tune with your intuition and you're able to make decisions quickly based in your truth. And it's I feel like it is very admirable to people that like, whoa, like you really just know what's up, you know what you want, and like you listen to yourself, you know. um we do have the five wands here. I'm getting what this is like. Maybe maybe like you, I feel like you are fiery, like you have a fiery side to you. Like we have air, like we have it all. Like that's why I said you have it all, is because this is water, this is air, this is earth, and then we got fire. So I feel like you kind of are pretty dynamic, and you're really balanced in all of those energies, which is why I think you are an older soul and you're very wise. You have just that inherent wisdom within you. um and so I feel like you're very fiery. You you like to play games, like you're very playful. Maybe you're really good at sports, or you're like a fighter, um, or like you use your body for something. You're just very ambitious, and you're very like maybe competitive, a little bit competitive. And I'm not getting that it's like in a like let like walking all over people type of competitive, like just to get to the top, but it's more in like a playful manner and like a childlike manner. Well, you definitely do go like you know what you want, and then you're like, yeah, okay, let me find a way to get there, and like you don't give up. You're a fighter. You're a fighter. People like that you're a fighter. You're strong. You're really strong. With what people like about you physically, like physical appearance, we have the Magician and the Nine of Wands. So let me just take a look at these cards here. I feel like people like your legs. People definitely like your legs. Um, just really nice long legs, or whatever they are. They're it's sexy. Like you have sexy legs. I feel like your neck area is really attractive to people. Like if you wear shirts that like show off your neck, that's really people really like that. And also your shoulders. Like if you wear like a shirt that has like the shoulders showing, like you have sexy shoulders. Um, and arms, I feel like you have like I feel like people like your body, just over your figure. I feel like people like your figure, and you could be tall, and people like that. And I feel like people like the way that you dress and like the way you accessorize. Maybe you wear like bracelets, like unique type of bracelets or a lot of bracelets. You accessorize a lot. You wear a lot of rings. I feel like people are really drawn to that. I feel like you might have like a spiritual look about you, or not spiritual, that's not the word. Just kind of like casual. That's the word. Like a casual attire. I do feel like you have nice arms. Nice arms and legs. So nice limbs, nice extremities. That's what's coming through. And like your overall figure, your body, just as a whole, because I feel like you are a whole person. Like you have all the elements, you're very wholesome. And again, like what people also find attractive about you physically is like just your overall body, like just the way it is, however it is. Um, yeah. So for what people admire about you, as if like this isn't everything that they already admire about you, but just more stuff that people admire about you. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like you're able to almost like, okay, I feel like people really admire how dedicated you are to the things that you want to manifest, and how patient you are with investing the time and effort and like diligence into the things that you care about, and you patiently wait for it to grow, and then you grow it, you manifest it, and the magician is here. So like you are the freaking magician. Like people really I feel like people admire how easily you manifest things. Because we have the man holding a coin. It's like I feel like you are successful, you have stability in your life. And if you don't yet, it's like you're very focused on that and you're very determined to have financial success, maybe even like be an entrepreneur or something like that, something creative to create your dream life. Like you want to create your dream life. You're a fighter. You're not going to give up about that. That is something that you made a judgment call on, that this is happening, and you're ready to expand and take your life to the next level and have stability in your life and work hard. You're willing to work hard. I feel like people really admire how hard of a worker you are, but you know that phase when you have an idea and you're waiting for something to grow and you don't see any results yet. That's usually the time when people give up and they're like, okay, well, nothing's happening. I don't see my growth. I don't see any abundance or success. I'm going to give up. Well, you don't give up, and you keep nurturing that dream. You keep nurturing that plan, that goal, and you keep giving it love. You believe in it. You believe it. You keep nurturing. Look at this. You keep manifesting. You're a great manifester, and you don't give up. You keep fighting the fight. No, nope, not giving up until I get to the top. I don't care what I have to do. And like, I don't think you hurt people. You do not hurt people, but you definitely aren't shy about like getting, getting to where you want to be. You don't give up. You don't give up easily. You're very tenacious and determined. And then it's like people see that you're like over there patiently growing your little fruit, waiting for harvest that's they think is never going to come. And then it comes. You have your freaking coins and your abundance and your good fortune and your dreams manifest. And then it's like, whoa, it actually works for this person. Like they actually manifested this desire that they had. I want to be just like them. Like you inspire them. Like they want to be like you. And then it's like they learn from you. It's like, okay, well, I remember when this person was in that stagnant phase where they had to just kind of wait and they weren't seeing results, but they still kept going. And now they're so successful and abundant. Okay, I'll follow in their footsteps. I'll follow their path because I know it worked out for them. And then they might even come to you to get advice on how to do this, how to build abundance. So that actually might be a gift that you have to help people take their lives to the next level, even like materially, or to how to manifest their reality, like skills on that. Because the Six of Cups is, like I said, like it's like the teacher student dynamic. So you could be like um a teacher, maybe even of law of attraction or something like that, or just like a financial advisor too, where like or just anything that helps people manifest their desires. Like I feel like you're really good at that and people really do look up to you for that and want to come to you for like advice on that. Um because they see that you do it and then you're successful from it. Just have this thing about you where you're a really good manifester. And your hands, hands. Pile one also had hands that people like their hands. So, okay, that's what I have for you. Pile two, that's what makes you attractive and really lovable and likable to other people. I think that you're amazing. And if this video resonated with you, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sending you a lot of love and hugs and happiness, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi, pile three. So he chose this blue aura quartz. This is going to be your reading about what makes you attractive and so likable and lovable to other people. So we have your first tarot card and we have some oracle cards here, and this is going to give me an overall energy of you and basically what people pick up on and like love about you, like what makes you about your energy is so attractive. And then we'll get into some tarot and some details on your like personality traits that people really like, physically what makes you so attractive, and then what people just overall admire about you. So our first tarot card is the High Priestess. So all of the piles had some major cards come out, so you guys are all some amazing people here. Just want to tell you that. But okay, so the High Priestess. There's so much I have to say about this, but okay. I feel like people are really attracted to your mystery. I feel like people really find you mysterious and like they can't figure you out. Um you come off as just very like secretive, maybe even a little bit reserved. Um Maybe more like introverted, introspective, like more to yourself. You stay to yourself, but it's not like in an awkward, antisocial way. It's like in a very like intriguing and mysterious way, and like what's going on with that person. Because I don't feel like people get a vibe from you that like you're antisocial, you're weird, or you're awkward. It's just that like you're very strong within yourself, but you do have this like independent energy to you, but strong independence. Like you're good, like you're solid. Um and you're also able to like balance things very easily. You just sit with such confidence, and you just see, you're so observant, you're so perceptive, you're so aware of your surroundings, and you just watch things and you pick up on the little subtleties that happen around you, like just really detail oriented too. And you see with this higher perspective, like her third eye here, just like staring at me. It's like when you're around, it's like people don't even, because like her eyes, her nose, it's not showing. All that's showing on her face is her lips and her eyes. So people actually might be really attracted to your eyes and your lips, like physically. But also, like, I feel like it's like you're able to see beyond the veil of illusion. Like you don't even see like the physicality of like the eyes and the nose and the regular human things. You're like, oh no, like I see into your soul. Like I see beyond that. And also I feel that you're able to see like people's true intentions and people's like true deeper feelings. I feel like you're very intuitive. You're very intuitive and very like spiritual, and if you're not like claimed spiritual, you just have this like energy about you that's just very almost like psychic. Like this is Pisces energy, but I'm getting some Scorpio vibes too. And just it's like you're able to read people really easily and just intuitively. um yeah, you just have this like presence about you that's really powerful. It's really attractive. It's really mysterious. And people just want to figure you out. It's like there's so much depth to you and like wisdom and almost like divine. It's like you hold divine knowledge. Like when you look at people, it's like you're looking through your third eye. You're not looking through your human eyes. You're looking through your higher self. So you're able to see things very clearly. And this is just kind of, I don't know, I'm also even like even scary for some people, but in like a good way. It's like they're scared but they want more. They just want to figure it out, like what is going on there. So that is your energy. And so we also have Akasha. Yes, of course you do. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Yeah, definitely. All this purple energy, so intuitive. You are very, very intuitive. I feel like out of all the three piles, everyone had like some sense of spirituality and intuition, but this is the biggest one, like the most one. Okay, we have magician in the mirror, more spiritual energy there, and then abundance. And then this is yellow. So this is talking about your third chakra, your solar plexus chakra. So I feel like people sense your confidence. It's like you walk into a room and you really do get you ooze confidence and self-esteem and self-love and just the divine feminine. Okay, so this strong divine feminine is what you carry within you, which is just really um strong and solid and stable, but in like in your emotions, really strong, solid, stable in your emotions, in your feelings, um, very deep. And I feel like you're very inspiring to people. And like I said, you have this self-awareness and you exemplify what it means to love yourself and to know yourself. I feel like you really, really know yourself. Like with the high priestess coming out, I feel like you've definitely delved into your subconscious and like learned a lot about yourself, figured out your deeper motivations, triggers, or your emotions, like the darker emotions or like just more painful wounds, that you have, childhood wounds, things like that. Like what lives below the surface, I feel like you have done like some exploration into that part of you, and you've discovered so much about yourself that you're just so self-aware and stable within yourself, like who you are, that you, because of that, is born this confident being that just owns who they are. And I feel like with the magician and the mirror, it's like you have this mystical, mysterious quality to you that people can't figure out, but people are very curious by and intrigued by. Like they look at you as like a magician, like maybe even like witchy or something like that, but they like it. So if you are witchy or like super spiritual and out there, people like that. People really like that about you. Um, And then we have, you are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. You could literally be like a healer or a spiritual teacher or a counselor or something where you help people awaken their own divine truths within and their gifts. You just have a lot of wisdom. So people are really attracted to your wisdom, your higher knowledge, your higher knowing. And I feel like they definitely sense that about you, that you're like on a different level, you're on a different wavelength, you're special, you're unique, you're not like everybody else, you're different. And it's like they don't know it, like they can figure out like what the hell is going on, but they like it. They like it. Let's get some more. Like what specific that? I feel like you're just a really good manifester too. Um, you're able to create abundance really easily for yourself. I feel like your energy is just really high vibe, like high vibration. I like, but it's okay. So like group two, like if you watched it or whatever, or not, I don't know. But group two was more like high vibrational energy, but it was not as mysterious. It was more open and transparent. Your energy is it's a little bit more serious. Okay, it's not as childlike, it's not as like youthful. It's more deep and intense and a little bit more serious, a little bit more withdrawn and just very observant. It's like you sit in the corner of a room just kind of observing everything and learning things, and you don't necessarily have to talk to people because you learn by like watching. And that's that mystery to you. It's like maybe you don't talk a lot, but you just take in all this knowledge through your observations because you're so perceptive and you feel energy, right? You feel people. So through that experience, you gain all of this wisdom because you're just at that level. And people are just like, how am I living in this mess, this chaos? And this person's over there just like calm, collected, fine, in acceptance of her reality, in abundance, in her own abundance, just creating. I do feel though, like, yeah, your energy is a little bit more withdrawn and reserved, but you do have an openness to you because all these people have their arms open. So I feel like you have an open energy. It's like you're inviting. It's not like you have like, a bitch face or whatever, where like people don't want to approach you. I don't feel that. I just feel like people are scared of you, maybe not because you're scary looking, but because they don't understand. They don't 100% know what's going on because it's so intense that they might be a little bit scared, but they're intrigued and interested. And you do have open body language, at least. You have like an open body language to where people do approach, like they're not afraid to approach you, but they are. You know, fear is good. They go into their fear. They go into the fear. Okay, so what do people love about group three's personality the most? What is the best part about their personality? Okay, you're a heartbreaker. Just kidding. Physically. Hmm. Okay. I think you're I think you're a badass bitch. Like that's just what it is. And if you're a guy, then you're, I don't know, badass dude. Like I just think that you have this like really strong energy to you. You have a really strong personality. You don't put up with bullshit. You see right through people. That's what I was saying. Like you see right through people. You don't put up with crap. Um and you just like, yeah, you're the queen of swords and we literally have the king of swords as well. So you literally just cut it out if it's not like serving you. Like you are not afraid to walk away from things that don't make you happy anymore. You're not afraid to go after your happiness. Um, and I feel like you have definitely been hurt in the past. Like with the Three of Swords coming out, the Five of Cups coming out, I feel like definitely you've dealt with your share of like heartbreaks. Um, or just like emotional pain. And like I was saying, like as the high priestess, I feel like you definitely have delved into that part of you where like you go deeper within and like discover like your triggers and your pains and the things that your shadow, right, your dark side. And so you've done a lot of healing. I feel like you definitely have done a lot of emotional healing. I think that's what makes you such a good like spiritual teacher or like a healer, with this card coming out here, because you've done a lot of healing yourself. And so I think what people love about you, like as far as your personality, starting with like the Three of Cups, is that you're actually a really good friend. So I feel like a lot of women especially really are intrigued, like really attracted to your energy. I feel like you have this healing type of energy to you, and you're able to bring people together, maybe on the basis of their pain and their hurt. So maybe you do have a lot of friends who have gone through like a lot of shit in their life or in their past or with their partners or whatever, and you really bond with them over these deeper issues that they experience. So I feel like you definitely have that quality where like you don't shy away from hardship and pain and childhood wounding. Like you definitely